All right, it's a live rundown. Shout out to everybody on Gold who gets to watch this as it unfolds.
We usually edit out so much.
We usually edit out a ton,
yeah,
so.
Like all the time Jared says the N-word and stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that usually.
I know. So I don't know. As I looked at you, it kind of hit me. I was like, wait.
I've never hit.
Yeah, Dan had an interview. Dave, I guess, was getting back from pizza. So, in classic Barstool fashion, didn't exactly schedule things the best. But if you're a Barstool Gold member, never. If you're a Barstool Gold member, you already know that. Come on,
the people who are paying 2 rents on 2 offices at the moment?
Couldn't be us. Today's episode is brought to you by CBD MD. Go use the promo code RUNDOWN at cbdmd.com. Get 25% off your order. They offer all sorts of premium CBD oil products. That means THC-free. You don't have to worry about failing any drug tests. You don't have to worry about being too high. CBD is just going to take the edge off. It's organically grown. It's independently tested to ensure it's the highest quality. And they've got capsules, gummies, tinctures. What's a tincture?
No fucking idea.
It's a drink.
Okay.
Really?
Yeah.
This is news to me.
You can drink your CBD.
Coley is saying you are incorrect.
Yeah, no, it is. What is it? I'm pretty sure it is.
Oh, you're very confidently saying no for me. He doesn't know the answer.
Yeah, liquid form that you drink. Yeah.
But you drink it.
It's like a liquid that you.
Okay.
I don't think it's not like a glass. It's like you just drop it in.
Okay. I pictured a kombucha glass, so it is a little different.
CBD PM, topicals, bath bombs, vape oils. They even got them for pets. Pets are doing CBD out here.
I mean, everyone's doing CBD's hot.
Crazy.
I'm actually doing it though. Like
yeah, Jared's all about this.
Yeah, I pop a gummy every night to go to bed because I'm a fucking lunatic.
I think that's a lot more common than you think. People.
I'm sure it is.
But
But
going to sleep.
once I got turned on to it, I was like,
CBD is so popular that what you just said sounded like I drink coffee because I'm a fucking lunatic.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like it's that common. I don't think you are a lunatic. If you need it for sleep, you need it for anxiety, whatever. CBD's where it's at. Promo code RUNDOWN at cbdmd.com to get 25% off. We start with Magic Johnson, an all-time mail-time cubicle quitting move.
Love it.
There's a lot of angles you can go here, sports-wise, Twitter-wise, Lakers-wise, LeBron-wise, and quitting-wise. To quit your job in the middle of like an impromptu press conference without having spoken to your bosses is fucking incredible. That is a wild move.
And then the explanation you offer is that you miss tweeting.
Yeah.
I also understand
Look,
that.
I can understand it. I think 2 things. One, I think he was drunk. Like, cause this is just a drunk move.
It
like,
was.
You know what? I'm out on this shit. This is
Yeah.
Two, I don't like being a conspiracy theory guy, but I feel like there's something bigger coming down the pipe.
Well,
like that's like an immediate, like, I gotta quit and get out of town right now.
Yeah, I think the idea that he wants to just be an ambassador to the sport and still be able to tweet Russell Westbrook and Dwayne Wade is a cover-up for, like, this LeBron shit is a fucking problem.
See, but I think even
that was the thing that I said to you on radio, was that he is Magic Johnson, the Hall of Fame basketball player, before he's Magic Johnson, the executive. So if he wanted to tweet about players in other organizations, no one is going to fault him for that. Be like, there might be some tampering, like it depends on what he says about other players. But if he's just congratulating other players, no one's going to be like, hey, you work for the Lakers, you can't say that. It's like, dude, it's fucking Magic Johnson. Of course he can say that.
I think there would be some issues.
Well, he can't. I mean, he got in trouble for tampering already once.
But there's a difference between tampering and congratulating a player on like an accomplishment.
Like, wow, 2020, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Like
you probably, put it this way, Janie Buss and then probably would have been like, well, all right, you can still do that. Let's not blow this whole thing up here. But he wanted out for a reason, and I think it's bigger than LeBron. Because I think Jeannie Buss would have been aware of how much he hated LeBron. I think he would have been. I think it would have been easy to tell Jeannie Buss, look, you know how much I bitched about him. What could he have been so afraid of to not even speak to them?
Yeah, I think there's. I don't know. Look, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Just saying. It seems like there's something bigger that she would have. It would have been fine to be like, just call her up like before, like right before that press conference, be like, Jeannie, you know how much I bitched about this guy this year. I can't do another fucking second of it. I'm out.
Yeah.
And then have the press conference.
Right.
It just feels. It's very, very weird.
But I also just do think there's a possibility that LeBron was like, fire Luke Walton, get rid of his coaching staff. I want this, and this, and he was like, I don't want to do this. Like, I'm not going to be bullied around.
It was in a 3-year deal?
LeBron or
yeah, 3 with an option. Yeah.
So
I mean, like, do you really like let a guy
for the 4th?
Well, that's probably why. I mean, he already kind of poisoned the whole locker room when he demanded basically that everybody gets traded for AD.
Yeah.
So
and then it didn't happen, and now everybody hates LeBron.
Also, the thing with this too is that like you can tell Magic Johnson doesn't have friends because, or at least people close to him.
Someone would have been like,
someone who's not a yes man,
just
because they'd be like, dude, you're not very good at tweeting. Like you know,
Like, don't
if
give it
someone's
all up
like
for this.
Like if your friend's like, dude, I'm gonna go be a rock star. Like, well, you're not even good at the guitar, dude.
Yeah.
Like
hey,
you're gonna
guess
go
what,
be
dude?
Twitter guy.
Nobody even really likes your tweets about Russell Westbrook and Dwayne Wade, so it's not worth leaving the position of one of the most like
every
historic
tweet Magic Johnson
franchises ever.
sends just gets mercilessly mocked. Be like, dude, you sure that's the life you
That's a
want?
great point.
Like,
But how much money do you have
universally
to have
embarrassed.
to choose that life? Be like, yeah, I just want to tweet. Like,
He's a billionaire.
I'll give up this
He has
high
gotta
profile
be
job.
living easy, dude.
Yeah, good for him.
When you
I would
make
do the
A's
same.
look
If I
like
had his
cake,
money, I'd
it's
just give up
like-
a fucking job to tweet.
I do also like what's the LA reporter's name? Rohana or something like that. She's a big basketball. Rona. Where she was like, it was known around town that like Magic was not committed to this job, which you do have to
He
be
definitely
committed
kind
to.
of felt like a figurehead more in a position of power than the other way around.
But like that's
still with
that's
the
on the
Dodgers.
Lakers. You should have expected that he's gonna be.
you know what? I'm out
Like,
here.
you want to like a figurehead like we got Pedro, we got fucking Poppy, all do something for the Red Sox.
But you know what?
like we're not making him fucking GM.
But ultimately, maybe this isn't even that big of a deal because maybe there are people who are really pulling the strings behind the scenes.
Sure.
So maybe it's like,
there
okay,
are.
we lost our figurehead, but we still have, Joe Smith who's running the actual show.
But if he's
behind
a
the scenes.
figurehead, does he quit? Because then like how stressful could your job be if you're a figurehead?
That's magic, man.
I don't even think
knows
it's
what
like.
goes
I
on
don't
in
even
that
think it's
brain.
like the stress of the job. It's just like the association. I mean, he's always going to be associated with the Lakers, but
Yeah.
it's like, if you really think that you can't comment on other players and other organizations,
That's
it's
such
like,
a ridiculous. Come on, that's such a ridiculous.
It's the
something.
paycheck.
Something has
like
to be
he'll always
happening.
be associated with the Lakers, but there's a difference between
It's-
actively getting a paycheck from them and not.
It's either LeBron or a bigger conspiracy theory because you don't just quit to tweet. Anthony Davis also embroiled in NBA drama. He wore a shirt that said, "That's all, folks," the Looney Tunes slogan. He says
To his last game. By the way, he was listed as either playing or probable, and then he showed up in that T-shirt, and then was listed as out. So the Pelicans
Like,
did
fuck you,
did
dude.
not enjoy
Enough,
that.
yeah. Whatever your
and they
excuse
deleted,
is, he said that someone laid the shirt out for him. He doesn't even pick his own shirts out or some shit.
which is fucking
I
nonsense.
mean, give me a break.
And
dude.
it
Even
actually-
if someone did pick out a shirt, you would look at it first
like,
and maybe comprehend
this
what
is
you're wearing.
probably a little
Nobody
tone
just
deaf.
wear. What it could have said anything.
Could have said,
Someone
could have
could've-
said the N-word,
right.
Jared's favorite word.
I can't believe how much he says it around the office. It's wild. You would think that he'd have a little bit of filter, but he just lets it fly all the time. Shout out to the live stream.
This makes me completely out on Anthony Davis. I don't know what Celtics row is like in the running for him.
Why?
Too petty.
No, if he did it and then was like, yeah, I just thought it was funny. Like it's my last game. I thought it was funny. To offer this excuse, like that's just not true.
If you're gonna do
doesn't-
these dumb things, stand by it.
Be like, yeah, I thought it was a little joke. It was
But
whatever.
like you don't appreciate like a good troll. Like if you're
I do if
to
you own
complete
it.
the troll, you can't own it.
What he should have just said is, like, he should have done something sly. You know what I mean? Like, why'd you wear that shirt? And just be like, I like the Looney Tunes, man.
Yeah.
Or smile at
Or-
the camera.
yeah.
But to be like, I don't even know what you're talking about. Someone
Yeah.
laid this shirt out. I don't even get the reference. Like, come on.
Say I don't even pick my own shirts out with a smirk. Don't like earnestly say I don't even.
You
pick
had
my
no
own
idea.
clothes out. I don't know.
Right.
I don't know how that shirt got on my body. My mommy dresses me in the morning, and I show up to
Yeah.
work. What
Like,
do you want
come
me to
on.
do?
I don't hate the move. Like I protect the fourth wall at all costs.
Oh,
You
you're not
have
breaking K-fob?
to. Kayfabe.
Kayfabe?
Get rid
Yeah.
of kayfabe.
Kayfabe,
Yeah.
sorry. But the other thing that puts you down on AD is like, what was it, one playoff?
I know. I mean, in the NBA,
If you're
where
gonna-
usually if you're really
Hey,
good,
what's up, baby? How are
What's
you?
up, pal? You get. Usually, one guy can carry you to like contention. You're not gonna like win the title, but like you can. I've always said this about Melo. It's
LeBron's
like
dragged some fucking. If people say like he's one of the three best players in the NBA, LeBron's dragged dead bodies to the finals.
Right.
You can't even get me to the
I
first
used to say the
round.
thing about Carmelo. Carmelo's in the fucking top 5 pick every year. It's like, just get me to the 8th seed. Get me to the 9th seed. Like, sniff the playoffs, dude. You should be good enough for that. So that is always kind of the knock on him.
That
But then you see
compared
him
to
do
being
something
this
like
little this
50 and 20, and it's like, oh my God, nobody can do that, We got this fight in a casino. I don't know. Dave put that on the list. I'll be
I
honest.
saw
Dave
it
was
was like a
supposed
5-second clip,
to, yeah, it was.
and
I'm sure Dave had some gambling. I would have fought my bookie like that or some shit like that.
No.
I don't know what.
pales
but
in comparison to the Suge Knight, Tupac, Vegas.
that is
Brawl.
some casino footage.
Yeah.
I actually am surprised that
Stomping on people.
I haven't spent a ton of time in casinos, but I've never seen a fight in a casino. I feel like that would be.
I think
a
security
hotbed.
is usually
fighting people at
swarming.
casinos?
Well, listen, there's emotions are running high. How about this? You're at the blackjack table, someone hits when they shouldn't. You're surprised that people don't throw punches more often.
I'm not saying I would do it. I'm just saying I'm surprised it's not a fairly regular occurrence.
I think that most people, when they're in a casino, want to stay in a casino. Yeah. And the threat of getting kicked out is enough to keep you to fall in line.
Speaking of casinos, I read the New Yorker piece. They're pieces in New Yorker, not articles.
Correct.
I read the New Yorker piece on your boy Carton.
Yeah.
Did you read it?
Oh, yeah.
In 18 months, he gambled $1 billion on blackjack.
Well, I think he like wagered. You know, you're up and down.
Right. He didn't lose. But he gambled $1 billion.
He said he used to walk into the casino with a duffel bag of $1 million.
What was his salary doing radio?
It wasn't even that. I mean, he was doing well. He was making. I believe that piece said $2.5 million a year. But it was also, so he famously, and I remember listening to this, which is wild. He was on radio. They were doing a live show at the Borgata, and he said, "You give me 10 grand, Boomer, and I'll turn it into 25." And he did it, and everyone was watching because everyone knew he was going to be at the Borgata. And people started calling him up, being like, "Yo, I'll give you 100, I'll give you 500." Like, people just started bankrolling him. So he just had cash on cash on cash on cash. But he said there would be nights he would win $4 million and just walk out. There would be nights he was down $1 million and would just walk out. Like, he was never like, "Let's party because I won." So, I mean, he was never punching a wall when he lost. He was just like, "This is my addiction."
I don't really gamble, but the rush of winning and gambling must be insane. If you're making $2.5 million a year and you're still just like addicted to gambling.
To me, the rush of winning never even came close to matching the low of losing, so I just avoid it.
Yeah.
But I guess when you live off that, like, I just won. But it didn't even sound like he was so methodical about it. He said he used it to escape, and there's a lot more in that article about it.
And I get that. Like, just gotta go to a private room and just be myself.
Yeah, just like he was like, the numbers make sense to me. The speed matches my brain. Like, it just worked. But
it was sad when they went to the author of the article went to his house in Jersey. What do they call it? Old Horse Town? Old Horse Country in Jersey? Didn't know that was a thing.
Yeah.
But it was like a $2.1 million house he bought that was supposed to be like where like he retired with
retirement
the kids,
home. Yeah.
And it was like he's trying to just like give the house away now.
Yeah.
For
He's
low,
at rock
you're trying to
bottom.
sell it for less than the mortgage.
When he's going to jail and he's got to pay back $4 million. I don't know how you do that, but
you
it's
get
like,
back
hey,
into
when you
radio
get out,
and make 2.5 a year.
I feel like
yeah,
this is something.
he said that they're separated. Like, he's like, whether we get divorced or not, I don't know, but
This seems like something where you're like, you're sick.
Yeah, but I think once you get involved with some shady characters, she's probably like, "I gotta protect me and the kids."
Yeah, that's true.
Someone you owe $4 million around town, anybody can come knocking at the door.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
and he was even talking about that guy. Who's it, Rosenberg? The guy he used to have the show with, where like, he'd be crying because he was scared of hitmen outside.
Yeah, Sid Rosenberg. Yeah, not Peter Rosenberg. There's a different Rosenberg.
Yeah, sorry.
Carton was cracking jokes about him being like because he had substance abuse issues too, and he called him a crackhead at one point. And Sid Rosenberg had a quote. It was like, "I barely smoke crack, okay?
You smoke crack once, you're fucking crackhead, bro."
Like, I only dabble with the crack. No, man, that makes you a crackhead.
Yeah, there's no such thing as dabbling with crack.
We're back. So, give you a look behind the curtain. Of course, this has to happen the day that we do a live stream. There's 2 times in history that we've done a live rundown. Both times did not go smoothly. First time was catastrophic.
What happened?
Emily Austin was the first.
Oh. Yo, not only.
So this is not on that level, but
that was a secondary of bad things that happened that day, because of the live rundown. That was filmed on a camera, and it was.
You were holding it the whole
time. It was
time.
me. My arms were sore for days after.
You had a half hour
lost
of
their
just
job
holding...
and all that, but like
the real victim.
I had sore shoulders for a while.
So what happened
it was like shaking. People were commenting like, "Stop the camera shaking." I'm like, I can't.
So what happened was Dave did the topics, and then was not here. So I just grabbed his topics and went.
Yeah.
And one of them said casino fight. So I just searched on the website for casino fight, and what I found was this 4-second clip of one punch being thrown. And I was like, I don't know. Dave wanted to see this on the rundown for some reason.
Yeah.
I get off the rundown, I go pop on Twitter, I see on the Barstool main account, there's this video.
Yeah.
There's exactly what I said. They're sitting at a
video,
table.
By the way, the topic just wasn't blocked.
Yeah, it's not on
so
the block.
It's not really on you. Here.
Yeah, I would have had to know that Dave is picking a social video that wasn't on the website. So what did happen, these guys were at a table, have some sort of dispute. I'm guaranteeing it was something like blackjack. Why'd you split that? Or why?
Are we cutting the other one, or is this just being added
this is in addition to.
Okay, so I stand by my take originally. Like, I can't believe this doesn't happen more often. Because this is exactly what we said.
Right.
Someone
This is how it would go down.
Oh my God!
This dude rips his shirt off and then gets his ass kicked, including a Shawn Michaels fucking
He
super
got a
kick.
fucking sweet shin music.
In which he put his head into the kick.
Right. You can't be the guy that rips your shirt off in a fight where the other guy isn't shirtless and then get your ass beat.
Correct.
You cannot do
You're
that.
gonna be the aggressor?
Especially when you rip your shirt open and he basically has like a 60-year-old's body with like Dave Bautista's tattoos.
Yep.
It's like you can't be the tattoo shirtless guy and then
And
just
not
get
win.
fucking walloped.
You
in a
can't
fight.
even, like, you can't lose that fight, let alone be stumbling around and then get super kicked.
I have a different take. I think what we got going on here, first of all, I'm going to acknowledge I'm dipping. I'd already put in my post-rundown dip. I didn't feel like taking it out, so I'm dipping in this rundown segment. But I think what happened here is this guy's a Yakuza. And I think he was thinking that by ripping off his shirt and showing the tattoos, because the Yakuza, you can't have visible tattoos, right? And like this guy doesn't look like he had tattoos until he took his shirt off, and it's like, oh, he's covered in tattoos. That's some Yakuza shit. And
I thought that was enough to
I think
scare
he
him
was
off.
like, now get the
End
fuck
the
away
fight.
from me. You see what's happening here.
And it did not.
And I think the guy was like, either didn't acknowledge.
Didn't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That would make sense. But even
I mean,
still,
9 times out of 10 that works.
Yeah.
This was the 10th time.
Now this guy's gonna die though.
Yeah, he's dead. He's over. I mean,
Right, but on the same token, though, it's like you have to have some backup with you if you're gonna still pull that move, though. If you're pulling the shirt off tattoos move, you have to be like, all right, it's like a cop showing you their badge. It's like
It's exactly
I'm
what I
not
was
gonna like if I got 7 of me and there's 1 of you, it's like I'm not gonna attack you because I know that you're a cop, but he's got a gun too.
Right,
so
right.
If
You
you're
gotta
just
have the
one
muscle.
old guy and you're just by yourself, it's still a bad move. Still a bad play.
Bottom line,
Shawn Michaels
either
gonna get
way,
killed.
if you take the shirt off, be prepared to fight and win.
Yeah.
This guy was not. Now that's the rundown. Or that's the middle of the rundown. On to the next topics. We found a black hole. We got a picture of a black hole. First picture ever
Did
from
we,
NASA.
though?
That's fake.
Did we though?
That's fake.
It's not even that it's fake. Like it might be real, but like what am I looking at?
Until I can see some shit, I don't care.
Yeah, I
need
mean,
a
like
video of
that
a
looks
black
like just
hole.
a solar
Yeah.
eclipse, right? I need
We don't
to
have-
eat some shit.
Yeah.
Well, that's why we need to blast Hank into it.
Is that a thing?
Yeah, Dave said he was going to blast Hank into it with some footage, like a camera, so we get the footage. Make yourself useful, Hank.
Yeah.
Go get some footage of the inside the black hole, and thanks
Why
for your service.
why did they tease this so much? Because this was teased like an NFL schedule,
You gotta
which
know
is the most annoying thing when they announce when they're gonna announce the
Yes.
preseason. At which point they will announce when they're gonna announce the regular season. Like,
Classic
just tell me what we're
overhype.
fucking playing, dude.
Classic overhyping. I mean, I'm sure they're excited because in their world this is great, but to the general public, you got to know that most people are going to go, that's it?
Yeah. I mean,
It's
like
just a
it looks
picture
like
of
the eye of Sauron. It looks like a bad version of the Eye of Sauron.
You know what he said, and it's true, and I don't know what it is. What did you say it looked like?
It looked like the Armageddon movie poster.
Yeah.
What is that, though?
By the way, you want to know a little Armageddon fun fact, weird fact here?
Always.
It's not a fun fact. It's a
All
weird
Armageddon
fact.
things. Let's go.
I watch Armageddon pretty regularly, and in the initial attack,
Attack?
the initial
Meteor shower?
meteor
Fucking
shower,
rock.
you know what I meant.
I thought we were talking about Mars
It
attacks.
hits the Twin Towers, and it looks exactly like
I
an
bet.
It's fucking weird. They're both like just two like burning holes. I was like,
In the middle of it?
it was
Shit.
rather eerie.
I haven't watched Armageddon in a minute.
Oh, that's a
I
good
mean,
one.
you gotta get that. You have a good cry at the
Well,
end.
that's the thing is like
You know what you're signing up for.
Yeah, because once
If you don't cry with Ben Affleck and Bruce Willis at that, the elevator thing.
It's
Yeah,
I
I
know
can't
the
do it.
people used to always say like the ultimate guy cry was Brian's song.
Yeah.
I've never seen Brian's
no
song.
Pearl
but
Harbor.
There's a lot
At the
of
end.
guy cries, but
You're
that
just an Affleck guy, huh?
Yeah, love that.
when
one.
Affleck's
out
got like
Red
snot
Sox.
coming out of his nose and everything, he's crying for real.
Yeah. And I refuse to watch Marley and Me. Won't do it.
Yeah, that's just signing up.
That's
That's
just
you're a
asking for
masochist.
it.
Yeah.
By the way, I said NFL schedule earlier. Speaking of that, you see that new Brady video?
No.
God, he's the best.
On what? Twitter?
Yeah, it's just him coming out. It's just his like back to work or something like that, and he's coming out of his house with his gloves on, about to put on his helmet, realizes there's still a ton of confetti in it. So he grabs the confetti and throws it, and then he's so genuinely concerned. He's like, "Wait, have we saved the old confetti?"
Confetti. I know. Did we keep the other confetti?
And he's just wondering. He's He's like, in my other 5 Super Bowls, do we keep the confetti, or should I pick that up in this wind right now, or can I just go throw passes? He's very concerned.
I mean,
he can't remember. He's like, dude,
video,
I've won so many Super Bowls, I forget. Do I save the confetti? What is my move here?
Tom Brady is the only athlete on planet Earth who can do stuff like that and like get away with it. If LeBron did that, he would get crucified. How many titles does LeBron have total? 3?
3. No, 4. 3?
3?
You only won 2 in Miami?
2 in Miami, 1 in Cleveland.
What a bum.
Yeah, I mean, he just couldn't do something. Like, everyone would hate him for that.
3? Get out of town.
Damn.
I hate you. We got Lehigh University is experimenting with Cuddle Groups to try to combat toxic masculinity. The picture they have.
Is it guys only allowed?
Yeah, I think so.
Tommy, can you double check?
I don't think there's going to be any intersex, I don't think you're going to be cuddling with girls.
Yeah,
okay.
That's going to be problematic.
Yeah.
Men's cuddling group.
Men's cuddling group.
And if you saw the picture of these, the picture looks like older men, so maybe they're applying this to the college. I think they're doing cuddle groups like for toxic masculinity, and Lehigh's going to try it at college.
Yeah.
So the picture of these older men, they're all a little bit rounder.
Yeah.
And they're a little bit gray in the beard, and they're all just cuddling.
Now,
Listen, we've come a long way as a society, but like I looked at that, I was like, this is making me uncomfortable. This is weird.
Look, I love a good cuddle,
me out.
but I unfortunately, guys, I wish you the best.
Not for me.
I look. I'm not one of those guys who's like, oh, get out of bed, I don't cuddle. I love cuddling.
Yeah, but that's
But
usually with the
it's with
girl
the women,
that you know
women,
that
yes.
you want to cuddle with.
Yeah.
A stranger of the same sex.
I don't even like people
I
touching.
don't want to
hate
talk to you. I
massages.
don't want to see you. I don't want to fucking spoon you.
They're also just stealing this from plur culture. Peace, love, unity, respect.
Okay.
Cuddle puddles have been around
that's
for
true.
quite some time.
But those are also just fuck fests.
Yeah,
like, those people are like, yeah, let's get together and like listen to fucking EDM and cuddle. And like, you guys are banging. Come on.
Yeah.
What is toxic masculinity?
That's like when you're
you
macho.
say this like someone just spoke it in Dothraki. You've never,
Bro, he didn't know about magic on the radio.
Yeah,
Like,
it was
he
like, time out,
lives
what
in
are we
a
talking about?
Carrabis bubble that like nothing
Who
surprises
do
me.
you follow
with
on
Carrabis.
Twitter? Jared Carrabis?
I don't look at my timeline. I look at my mentions. That's why I hate
Wild.
myself so much.
He's like, what happened with magic? Someone get me up to speed. It's like, you sick fuck. Toxic masculinity is like when guys are like too macho and like, they.
So Smitty.
Oh, he's over
No, I
there?
think Smitty's got maybe a softer side to him.
Yeah, he does. He's
It's
a
like,
type guy.
if you were to be so like macho that you're like a dick to everybody and you're destructive with your relationships because you gotta keep up this front of being a masculine guy.
You know about the patriarchy?
No.
Oh, buddy, you got a deep wiki dive to hit tonight. Start with the patriarchy, then you wind up you end the night with toxic masculinity.
You might need to cuddle, bro. You never know.
I'm not against
wanna cuddle?
Yeah, I'd love to. We invited you.
I'm not gonna cuddle
What do
with
you
you.
mean? Invited who? Where?
We got the couch crew. It's me, Robbie, and Trent.
Yeah,
And
you
I
guys
think
sit on a couch and
we
watch
sit
TV
on the
and
couch,
cuddle.
but if Kevin ends up coming into the equation,
It'll
like
force a cuddle.
yes, there's
I don't
there's
wanna-
not enough vacancy to avoid.
If I do cuddle with anybody, I'm cuddling with Bob.
Sure,
It's the most feminine of the bunch.
but
And cuddling with Trent.
why not?
No disrespect to
I
Trent.
feel like Trent's a great cuddler.
Probably.
I bet Trent's a good cuddler. Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I
If I
mean-
had to pick out of that bunch, I think I'd choose Trent.
Just get a good snug in.
I just get a Midwestern hole.
All right. Who out of everybody who like forget about the couch crew, just the whole office? Who would you want to cuddle?
I
with?
think Trent's. I think I must stick with Trent.
Yeah, I would probably cuddle with Trent.
Oh, I'm
would make me
a
feel
cuddle
safe.
with YP and that fat ass. I'm a big spoon YP's ass. All right, last topic is something with a W. It is
Oh baby.
Dwayne Wade.
There he is.
Dwayne Wade retired. Dwayne Wade retired, and I don't know. That's another topic Dave wrote down. Dwayne Wade retired. I feel like people like Dwayne Wade. I feel like this is being.
I like
pretty
Dwayne
well
Wade. I
received.
did not care for that commercial.
It was a little heavy-handed, I thought.
It was.
We got massive numbers on the Barstool main though.
Yeah, no, it
put out
was,
anything
it was
sentimental
popular,
now, it's-
but it was popular with just like sheep. I think it was like. I don't think that's
People
stuff,
people retweeted that without even watching. You know what I mean? Darren Rovell was like, "This is a must-watch. It tugs at the heartstrings," and people were puppets.
Yeah.
And I
It
just
was
think
fine,
that like
but I don't think it was above and beyond.
I think maybe I'm being soft with it. Like, I don't think Parkland needs to be used to sell Budweisers.
yeah.
Like,
But I mean, it was more than just that, right? It was like everybody who had kind of a sob story.
it was
His mom came
5
out.
people. It was like
Yeah.
it was someone who he helped out of a tough neighborhood. That kid, when he presented the suit he wore just for his job interview. his mom, who he bought a church for, family whose house burned down, he took out for Christmas shopping.
I'm like, all right, I get it. You're a good guy,
Good guy.
Dwayne Wade.
And Dwayne Wade's an awesome guy. He just had that stuff where he was Instagramming his son at the Pride Parade. And his son's, he's young, so I don't know if he's like out as gay, but at least I think he was on a float at the Pride Parade. But the, I don't know, like Park, I don't know, that's just, Parkland is like, feels like bigger than Budweiser to me.
Yeah, I can understand that. You also had Dirk. They ran a thing on the Jumbotron with all his charity work. He was moved to tears. And shout out to Jamal Crawford, who put up 50 last night.
Is he retiring, or is that just like you just felt like it?
He will never retire. You will see. He'll put up 50. He put up 50 in 2004. He put up 50 in 2019. He'll put up 50 in 2050.
Correct.
He is just born to get buckets.
Jamal Crawford, who just learned about practice like 3 years ago.
He hasn't even begun to peak.
Yeah, no, I mean, if you've seen his face too, from when he was a rookie to now, same face.
Some Paul Rudd shit. He
has
ain't aging at all.
A day. If
Yeah.
he didn't get a whole shit ton of tattoos between now and then, you would not be able to discern one from the other.
Right.
Jamal
Was
Crawford,
that D Wade commercial about Budweiser, by the way, or was it Coke?
Budweiser?
It was Budweiser. Okay, I was right. I was rethinking my head. I might have said it wrong. Also, by the way, the fakest thing of all time, the falling into Chrissy Teigen and John Lennon.
Yeah, with the perfect face.
I mean, come on.
You think that was fake?
He took, it was, I actually think the Jeter dive was real. He only took 2 steps. D Wade fell back 4 steps.
You think so? You knew they were there.
They were
wanted
sitting with
to bump
Gabrielle
into
Union.
him.
Wait, so who did he land on?
Chrissy Teigen and John
landed in
Legend.
between.
I know, I
Teigen
saw
and John
the
Legend.
picture, but like, was there someone sitting in between them, or he went directly in between?
No,
them?
he was like on one leg of each, I believe.
Okay. I mean, it was a cool picture.
Great picture.
Love it.
Yeah, cool picture, cool moment, but like,
Probably fake.
let's call it what it was. That was a viral moment with some viral superstars.
So he took the shot and he was like,
It's 4 steps.
and then jumped.
He fell back 4
and
steps.
kept the straight face while he crushed people in the crowd. I could see that. I'll get down with any
Do
conspiracy
you think that they were
theories.
in on it?
No, they look like genuine because she's like, oh fuck, and there's popcorn spilling
Yeah.
and shit. But I don't think.
To back John up, Dwayne Wade does have a history of taking intentional falls. If you go back,
Did you
when
see
he
him-
snapped Rondo's arm in half and did not need to.
When he jumped, he tried to jump on the scorer's table.
Yeah, sure couldn't.
Yeah, that was tough.
He actually had
Trying to
he had a
that's
funny-
like, bro, it's just time to hang it up.
It's exactly what he said. He put an Instagram comment up.
Yeah.
Like, he's like, my knee hasn't hurt this bad after a game, and like, he's like, I played 71 games this year or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And he's like, I only missed 7 this year. My knee has not hurt as bad as it does today, which is just
Trying to
proof
jump on that
I
table.
need to retire.
Yeah, that was tough. That was tough to watch. So, a couple legends go out. Magic Johnson gone. Classic NBA type of day,
Jamal
Coley.
Crawford keeps cooking.
Some things, time is a flat circle.
Jay crossover.
All right, that's it for the rundown. Shout out to the Barstool Gold people watching live. You want to watch live, sign up for Barstool Gold, and see you guys tomorrow.
Bye. Jared, do you want to say the N-word before we go?
Hope the camera is still on.